Welcome to Algebra, writing linear equations from a table. In this lesson, you will learn how to write an equation using linear data in table format. After demonstrating this process, there will be a review of all the equation writing techniques from these 3 lessons. In addition to finding the slope from 2 given points, it is possible to use several points provided in table format. We've already learned how to verify the data in a table is linear by finding the change in x and the change in y, and making sure the change is consistent. We can now use this same technique to find the slope and y-intercept. We see the changes in x and y are 2 and 6, which means the slope is 6 over 2, or 3. We then multiply each x value by the slope, and then subtract that value from y to get the b value, 2 each time. Now we have the equation y equals 3x plus 2. To prove this using the 2-point technique from the last lesson, we use the first 2 points from the table using the slope formula to find the slope, and then plug into the slope-intercept form the slope and one of the 2 points to find b, resulting in the same equation. Here are 2 more examples. First, we find the changes in x and y, delta x and delta y, which are 3 and 6, for a slope of 2. We multiply each x value by the slope. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 4 is 8, then 14, then 20, and then subtract each difference from y to get the b value, which is negative 3. Now we have the equation y equals 2x minus 3. In the second example, we follow the same steps. Delta x and delta y, calculate the slope, multiply the slope times x to get products, subtract the products from y to get b, write the equation. Try these next 2 examples. Pause the video while you work out the steps, and then press play to see each answer. For the first example, you can see the change in x is plus 4, and the change in y is plus 2. A slope of 1 over 2. The products of the slope and x values are 3, 5, 7, and 9. Subtracting each of those products from y results in the value negative 2, which is b. The equation is y equals 1 over 2x minus 2. Pause again to work out the second example. For this one, delta x is plus 3, delta y is plus 9. A slope of 9 over 3, or 3. The products of the slope and x values are negative 6, 3, 18, and 30. Subtracting the products from y results in the value 10 for b. The equation is y equals 3x plus 10. Let's review. The equation in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, for a slope of 1 over 2 and y-intercept of negative 4, is y equals 1 over 2x minus 4. From a graph, you locate where the line crosses the y-axis for the value of b, negative 1 for this graph. Then find another point along the line. Count the rise and run to find the slope. In this graph, a rise of 2 and run of 5 for a slope of 2 over 5. The resulting equation is y equals 2 over 5x minus 1. An equation in standard form, ax plus by equals c, is converted to slope-intercept form by first moving to the right side the x term, and then dividing all parts by the coefficient of y, negative 2 in this case, for a resulting equation of y equals 3 over 2x minus 4. Given the slope and a point not on the y-axis, we use the point-slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, plug in the slope and xy values of the point, solve for y to get the equation y equals negative 2x plus 2. When 2 points are given, but not the slope, first find the slope using the slope formula. Then use either point using 2 possible processes, point-slope or slope-intercept, to find b, and work it through to find the equation. In this case, y equals 1 over 2x plus 9. The process of finding the equation given a table follows these 5 steps, as we learned earlier in this lesson. Find the x and y changes, calculate the slope, find the products of the slope and x values, subtract the products from the y values to find b. Write the equation. Here is an actual test question assessing the topic of writing equations. Read it through carefully and work out the correct answer. Pause the video to give yourself time. The line crosses the y-axis at 4, which eliminates choices G and H since the b value for those two equations is not 4. The slope is going downwards, with a rise of -2 and a run of 3 between any 2 points on the line, and so the correct choice is J. You could have just noticed that the slope for choice F was positive, which is not correct, and J would be the only choice left since it had a negative slope. Here is another one. Pause the video, work it out, and then press play to see how you did. This question shows a graph and 4 choices in point-slope form, which requires converting to slope-intercept form to identify the correct choice. First, we take a closer look at the graph and find the y-intercept, 5 in this case, and another point down the line, 1, 2, and see that the slope is down 3 over 1, or -3. This eliminates choices C and D because they have the wrong slope. They have a +3, leaving A and B to check out. We work through choice A and see that the resulting equation, y equals -3x plus 5, matches the graph, and so A is the correct choice. In looking at choice B, the slope is correct, but the y-intercept is -7, and that does not match the graph. Let's do one more. Pause the video and work it out. Then press play to see the correct process and answer. We follow the 5 steps we learned earlier in the lesson. Find the x and y changes, calculate the slope, multiply the slope and x values, subtract those products from the y values to find b. Write the equation, which matches choice A.